What is going on there, everyone's Nero again. Here for you, an episode of Dear Nero. This week's episode of Dear Nero, ladies and gentlemen, playing some Domination on Resistance. And this, I always cover on the gameplay when I do Dear Nero, so let's cover on this real quick. This is an old gameplay. I was at a lack of gameplay right now. I haven't been playing a whole lot of Call of Duty, and I needed roughly a 10-minute match. I'm like, I don't have a 10-minute gameplay saved. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And so I went to the Land of Theater and I found this, which was recorded, I'm going to say, roughly 2 or 3 months ago. This was like the dark period of Modern Warfare 3 for me. This is like back right before I snapped my disc, back when I hated the game. I was so frustrated, but I felt as though I need to play or else you guys would lose interest and whatnot. And since then, I found out that I can post whatever I want and people never lose interest. Well, not to sound cocky, but I can post what I want, not necessarily Modern Warfare 3. And but I mean, I didn't care at this point, man. I'm using ACR, I got Assassin, I got Stinger, I mean, whatever. I mean, Dear Nero's not about the gameplay. It is a really high scoring match though, so I think you guys will enjoy that. But let's hop on this week's episode of Dear Nero. First question, kind of embarrassing, kind of funny at the same time, so let's talk about it. He writes, Dear Nero. At first I was hesitant about asking this, but in the last episode of Dear Nero, I figured why not, so here it goes. I'm 15 years old and obviously my hormones are crazed and I got caught masturbating. It was my dad and he kind of choked on his words and left. He didn't say anything. So have you ever been caught masturbating, and if you have, what did you do? If not, do you have any advice for me, because my dad always kind of chuckles when he sees me and I don't know whether or not I should take it seriously. Yours truly, Jamal from Kansas. P.S. Love your vids. Mr. Jamal from Kansas, you're in quite the pickle, but it's not as big of a pickle as you think it is. So first and foremost, everybody masturbates. Everyone does. Every teenager, as soon as your body is old enough to do so, everyone does it. And if they don't, they're lying. I mean, let's be honest about that. That's something that people do. It's a perfectly natural thing. Your dad has done it. Your dad probably still does it. I mean, I don't know if your dad's married or whatnot. Even if your dad is married, he still does it. Everyone does it. So it is an embarrassing situation, though. It seems as though the embarrassing factor magnifies solely for the fact that it's something sexual. If it were something different, it wouldn't be as embarrassing. But I mean, have I ever been caught? No. I'm just basically speaking from an outside perspective as to, me personally. At first, even if it was me that would have caught you, I mean, I don't mean to sound pedo. Chris Hansen, get off the screen. No. If it were me, hypothetically, I would laugh about it for maybe a week. I'm like, ha, that's funny, you got caught, that's funny. It's not so much that you were doing it, but the fact that you got caught doing it. Do I have any advice for you? That it would be, it's gonna pass. It will. He'll forget about it. It's all a natural part of growing up. He understands that he's done it. He has done it. He still does it. Everyone does it. I mean, embarrassing, even sexually embarrassing things fade with time. For example, one night, this is a while back, and people in my town that watch my videos, they know about this situation. They're probably gonna laugh at I'm bringing it up. There was a girl, and she was bigger. And her and I did things, and my friends found out, and I got shit for it for a long time because it was just because of who she was, and it was funny. I mean, to me, it was no big deal. To them, it was super funny, and I'm like, if they found it funny, whatever. It didn't it was embarrassing, but it wasn't something that ended my life. It was okay. I mean, time. Just like the same situation, as time fades, people don't even talk about it anymore. People don't even bring it up anymore. And it's because, time is the best. Time heals all wounds, I guess would be the best phrase. So just stick it out. It'll be okay. It's not as big of a deal as you think it is. Next question. He writes, Dear Nero. I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare 3, and I can't seem to get a high kill streak or anything like that. I've been wanting to get a MOAB for a while, but everyone in Ground War on the PS3 is 10th Prestige, and a level 30 clan has 2 to 3 party members with them with an ACR or an MP7. I get annoyed at this because I can never win a gunfight. I have a 0.622 KD ratio and have 4 days played. Can you tell me how to improve in any way? I'm pretty desperate to get a MOAB. Now, this is something a lot of people are in. Just sit back, just chill. MOABs are not the end of the world. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, right now, 100% fact, you can crucify me, do with me what you will, but I think MOABs are all luck. And that's coming from someone that's gotten about 50 of them. I mean, I think they're all luck. Whenever I get one, I don't sit there and think, yeah, I'm going to get, as soon as I hop into a game, I'm like, yep, I'm getting a MOAB here, because it's too unpredictable in Modern Warfare 3. Now, if you want to challenge yourself to do somewhat well and get a high kill streak, and there's a quad right there, if you want to do something that's like amazing in that sense, go play Modern Warfare 2 with a nuke. It's not so much pure luck at that point. It's more or less the help of your kill streaks. Getting a MOAB in Modern Warfare 3, 25 or 24 with hardline, kills in a row is a very hard thing to do. It's even the highest caliber players have trouble doing it. There's many people on my friends list that have never even gotten one, and they're all pretty decent players. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world if you don't get one. Going back into the luck thing, you gotta worry about, you gotta hope someone randomly doesn't spawn behind you. You have to hope that, one of the people you run into doesn't have Dead Man's Hand and blows up 2 feet away from you. You gotta hope that people don't have Final Stand. You gotta hope that someone with a juiced striker comes and takes you away, one off a AA-12 MOAB like what happened to me. you got to hope for all these different things not to happen. And essentially, you put all those factors together, I think MOABs are all luck. I mean, maybe you're just unlucky. You only have 4 days played. If you continue, then again, you have like a 0.6 KD. So maybe you're not the strongest player. Either way, you just continue playing, learn the maps, learn the spawns, and be honest, MOABs are all luck. Set your standards a little bit lower. Maybe start going for Ace 130, something like that. It makes the game a lot more fun. Trust me. Hop on to this next question. He writes, Dear Nero, I'm thinking about buying a gaming headset, but I don't know much about them. Can you give me any advice? I'm willing to part with about $80 to $90. Oscar from Scotland. I have some experience in this, so I'm going to start you off. So I started off with the Turtle Beach X1s. Yes, not the X11s, the X1s. Way back when. That was like the biggest thing. And it was like a cheap $60 headset, but what it did is it put the game in your headset. Any headset will do. I'm going to tell you right now, Oscar, any headset will do. Right now, I mean, big YouTube Nero, I'm not even really that big, but YouTube Nero, I use Turtle Beach X12s. They're $60. You can buy them at Walmart. I don't know if UK has Walmart or Scotland has Walmart, but $60. They're cheap as hell. And basically all you need is something to put, the game into your, headset. That's basically all you need, and it makes the game that much fun. I have Triton AX720s. But they broke on me. I mean, I really don't notice too much of a difference between the Tritons as compared to the Turtle Beaches. I mean, the Tritons have like Adobe, 5.1 surround sound, all that good stuff. I mean, it just doesn't seem to help me that much as compared to just a simple Turtle Beach headset for $60. It's essentially the same thing. People, swear by Astros, they'll swear by Tritons. I swear by any headset. It really doesn't matter to me. Sound touring is not that big deal. I mean, I don't need to hear people with dead silence. I mean, I'm not going to try and go deaf. I'm not trying to go deaf by the age of 30 just because I have my, Turtle Beach is cranked up all the way so I can hear everyone's single footstep. And when someone comes next to me and shoots their gun and blows my eardrums off, no, I'm not that big of a sweat stain, I guess. I mean, that's any headset will do. I recommend the Turtle Beach X12s. They're $60. Yeah, that's roughly $20, $30 less than what you already want to pay. So, it's kind of a good idea. So, next question, actually final question of this one, let's talk about it. He writes, Dear Nero, I'm a sophomore in high school and all my friends seem to be like your friends when you were in high school, just not as drastic. I'm going to stop the question right here, and you guys know my friends all basically turned into druggies. Multiple times I've been offered weed and occasionally acid. I know I won't be taking the acid, but I'm contemplating the weed just to get them off my backs. I know it's illegal and irresponsible, but I don't want to be pestered anymore. Please give me some advice on what to do. Thank you, Nero Brennan. Mr. Brennan, I've talked about it on multiple occasions. I'm going to talk about it one more time because why not talk about it? Weed is stupid. It is. I was peer pressured in doing weed many times. I'm going to say, I'm not going to try and, I'm not by any means like a stoner. I think I've smoked it maybe, I would say 10 times in my life, something like that. And then, long time ago, obviously, like 4 or 5 years ago. But it's not even fun. Like I hate weed, I hate alcohol, I hate any, I hate not being sober. That's me. Maybe some people like to drink, I don't know. I hate not being sober. I don't like the idea that I need to, literally suffocate my brain to have fun. It's stupid. And you just gotta look at your friends like, okay, dude, seriously, I don't want to do this. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, maybe you make that decision. I actually talked about in a different episode of Dear Nero, someone wants to go to a party and try weed for the first time, what should you do? And my honest advice was maybe try it so you can see for yourself it's not that great. But I don't want to be that person who encourages people to do drugs. And that's what weed is. It is a drug. I hate people writing comments, it's not a drug. Guess what? It's illegal. You call it, you're going to jail. Right? Weed's illegal. It's a drug. So me, don't do it. That is my honest advice to you. Don't do it. And they keep pressuring, like, dude, I'm not going to fucking do it. Just basically, I hate using the phrase, but freak out on them, I guess. Like, dude, I'm not going to fucking do it. Stop being such a fucking stoner, punk, fucking faggot loser. Right? That's all you got to say. Then you'll be good. And I don't know, man. My advice, don't do it. All right, just don't do it. But final score, 200, 106. Gameplay's finally wrapping up. We're going to see Your Mom 624 can pick up the final kill with his skill piece up. No, and his elite 180 turn around and shooting people. But pretty high overall score by me, 64-7. Not too bad, but again, I was using an ACR, so can't really care. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this week's episode of Dear Nero. If you guys like your questions featured on next week's episode of Dear Nero, I post this every Wednesday by you. Simply send me a personal message here on YouTube with the tagline reading Dear Nero. I look through the questions at the end of the week. I'm like, whatever ones are the best ones, I will put them in next week's episode. So hope you guys all enjoyed. Remember, rate the video. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 gram rocks, that's how I roll. I got one gear, go. Are you bipolar? I'm bi-winner. Win here, win there, win everywhere. I'm